There's other works. And there's blind. Let's continue. And today, let's finally work on like the four books and their story that I'm working on right now. Well, really five. I just don't know where that one went. And they're not the only ones set in the universe I'm working on. But these are the main ones I'm focusing on my efforts on right now. And they're looking like they're going to come out roughly around the same time as Abitrium, which means 1 to 2 years at this point. But that might be a little bit different depending on how things go. Like, I may just drop the whole trying to make novels out of short stories and just go for filling 300 pages. Especially that will be able to make the books cheaper, and I still could make a reasonable profit off of them. Hopefully pay for more books if I were to buy physical copies and sell the physical copies myself. So, yeah. But anyway, so let's get to it. We'll be mainly editing this time. I also want to change some things. But it's mostly just going to be editing and just like, why is this like this? Like, is that not good enough? But yeah. So one thing I changed, and I'll also be doing some world building, probably. Because one thing I did change was, no, that's not how things work. Move that like there so you got the jaggedy edges, make it look more professional and easier to read. I'm going mainly for easy to read. This is again my new format on how to write a book, on how to write text. And it's still massively in development, even all these 4 years later. Because it's just, yeah, it just needs to be in development. It's really hard not to be. By the way, where is it? Like, I'm starting to have more details into the fights. Now that I know more about the Space Golden Era. Like, for example, I know where it is, I need to mess with. And the unfortunate thing about this style is it does leave these massive gaps, which I could fill with pictures. It's just, paying for color and whatnot, and making the pictures. So not a huge priority. Maybe I can make like a little quotes down here as well. For when there are massive gaps, just to fill gaps in pages when I can't do it any other way. Like, this needs to be more compressed because it's the first page. This can't be really decompressed anymore. So yeah, this could be filled with a quote or something. Actually, let's do that right now. I think a quote will fit here nice, actually. Explode, fade to black. Just to stop that. And okay, what do we want to put here actually? Why do we want to put her as like as a big quote? We finally make peace on Earth. Yeah, let's write a piece about peace on Earth in this universe. The prologue's at episode 1. I move the prologue around in these books pretty much now. Just having them. I think I want to always have them at the end of episode 1 or at the end of the first act in episode 1, but they kind of move around. The prologues move around now. I really like this. As I say, the Claire didn't spell decades correctly. Hence why I'm editing these books as I write them, because it cuts down on the editing time. Now, I don't know how long we're doing this episode. I have debate. I have debated on whether or not I should like have headphones on, listen to music on my phone, as that will help convince me to write these, because I usually do listen to music or videos while writing. Hence why I don't make these often, but it does feel very, not very kosher of a content creator for me, or whatever phrase you want to use. Like, it doesn't feel right as a content creator to do that. Kind of makes it feel like the content's cheapened if I'm listening to some other content while making these videos. But it may just be how things have to be so I can make more of these videos, you know? Alright. Peace on Earth. When was the peace on Earth? 2086 probably. Yeah, 2117. In the year 2117, totally not a reference to Halo or anything. In the year 2117, peace on Earth was finally declared. Something thought impossible for as long as humans have existed, it seems. That was 400 years ago. Again, we're using actual numbers because that makes it easier for people to understand quickly and read easily. But that was 400 years ago. While the peace has remained there for that time, it has not elsewhere. And this is on the second page. Okay. It has not elsewhere. I remember. I remember the for that. 4. The fall. World War 4. World War 3. And even. World War 4, but closed. Cold War. And even for World War III, it finally broke. That was forever ago. I remember the greatest piece. before the fall, World War IV, the close Cold War, and even before World War III, where it finally broke. That was forever ago now. And so I know when to place this. And not are we gonna place it in the Galactic Expansion there? Probably not. Yeah, that's not. It's just going to confuse people because this is right at the beginning of the book. And armor is a different place. A different time. And that's forever ago now, and the arm is a different place, a different time. Warns the voice. I know exactly where to place this. Because I've already written it, so I can tie this into that. It's a foreshadowing. Word, why you gotta be this way? You gotta be this way, word. I sneezed. Alright. Well, we've been doing this for 20 minutes. It's complicated, says the first voice. You have or day. The second voice. So I can only go back in spirit, but not. That's right. Putting it in there. In body, and some things are better left unchanged. Says first voice. And we're running out of space. You, my guest. I have all day. Even if it would. Actually, instead of doing the says, because we're not really changing anything, do the classic parenthesis style. Well, my classic parenthesis style. I don't know about you. Yeah, they're looking really nice. Second voice. Even if it would benefit our kind, the first voice, because it won't. We only change things for better. Because it won't. First voice, it won't. We only change things for the better. Second voice, typical cheap green and blue reasoning, eh? I am. What? I am. More. Nothing less. Okay, now let's go from the top. Okay, so you're in the middle, you're watching ships blow up on the big screen and on a bridge. It was excited, then you fade to black. In the year 2117, peace on Earth was finally declared. Something thought impossible for as long as humans have existed, it seems. But that was 400 years ago, while peace has remained there for that time, it has not elsewhere. I remember the greatest peace before the fall, World War IV, close Cold War, and even before World War III, where it finally broke. That was forever ago now, and the Yammer is a different place, different time, mourns the voice. Even you can't return, can you? Says the smug voice. The first voice is complicated. Screw that. Says complicated. The second voice, free my esteemed guest I have all day. The first voice, sigh. I can only go back in spirit, but not in body. And some things are better left unchanged. The second voice, even if it will benefit our kind. The first voice, because it won't. We only change things for the better. Second voice, typical green and blue GMB reasoning, eh? The first voice, I am, that I am, nothing more, nothing less. That's really, I'm really getting good writing, I think. Of course, you be the judge. But yeah. And that's on the second page. So then after that, in episode 1, act 2, finishing the fight, noise, weapons fire. You see there's mass light cannons and railguns firing to another ship. The children packs, and more dialogue, and more character introductions. Okay, I'm getting really tired. Sorry. I'm actually looking for something. Oh, right here. Even some even slag off a white hot heated. Some even slag off white hot. Maybe we need a comma there. Slag off the white hot and heat it to the melting point armor made to withstand 6 seconds of heat output. Yeah, that's the measurement we're using. Because yeah, that's a lot of power. And they can generate that much power. So yeah, it makes sense that they would output that much power and have armor to withstand that much power, especially for the nonsense coming later on when Dur fights the Merc for the second time in the book. By the way. Oh, for the second time in the book, also for the real time, but anyway. But this segment right here, I mean, it's technically made. You can consider it made to be debated by fans, but I would set this on purpose here, around here somewhere. Yeah, around here somewhere. Yeah, around here somewhere. We're kind of looking at it. Right here. Actually, no, right here. Where Dur gets captured, and he's talking with the Keeper, who is a rogue, Unity of Peoples, Admiral, and he has captured Dur, and I just no, you do not capture Dur and get away with it. That's the thing, is you can't capture Dur. It's just that you won't get away with it for very long. And he essentially talks to Dur once a day, every day, around lunchtime. And that's when that little segment will take place. So while I'm really good at foreshadowing, like you can write foreshadowing before I've written the entire book, it does help to have some of the book written before you start foreshadowing, like this. Like, I wouldn't be able to write this if I hadn't already wrote episode 9. Icarus will be proud. Because I wouldn't been able to say it anywhere. So yeah, I think I'm going to be adding little dialogues or little tidbits of the world, like little hints in a video game. In a video game guide, just in these empty areas in the book, just to fill them out, as well as probably some pictures, maybe one day, probably not anytime soon. But anyway, so yeah, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate watching this video. It means a lot to me. Also, check your stuff in Fictional, such as Face, Sports Channel, to Face, Sports Channels, for watching these videos, engaging content reproduce, and by sharing your friends, sharing this chat. Alright, that is real. Thanks for watching, and I'll upload. I like uploading chapters of these books to the Google Drive, as well as probably to DeviantArt when I get them done. It's just that I haven't really liked the state they're in, so I want to work on it more, which I'll do on camera, hopefully. But if not, I'll work on it off camera, and yeah. So, but don't worry, I'm working on the box. It's just taking forever. Because it's really slow going sometimes. However, I'm finding out techniques to make it go faster, and just generally what my writing style is. Like if I need to skip parts, I will skip parts. At least for the moment. I might come back later and fill it out, but like I don't need to do play-by-plays all the time. I can just say, like, the battle went this way, instead of saying, this is how the battle went exactly. But anyway. Alright, so that'll be this video. Thanks for watching. And I guess, see you in a second.